Hey guys, it's November 8th, and Valentina has the next 3 days off, hopefully. Today and the next 2 days off. So we are going to try to paint the house. Take all this apart. There's going to be a learning curve. I hate all that, so I got to figure everything out. It's a nice feeling to know once you got it down that you know what you're doing and you can just go quickly. But there's electricians in the house right now, so I'm not filming over there. And they're coming along very quickly. They're doing a great job. I really like these guys. Plumber is making some good progress too. He's not out here right now, but he's been out here the last couple days. So we're going to be over there trying to paint. I might not film much because those guys are around, but I'll try to do what I can. Plus Valentina and Niana and Roman are coming out, so we'll see what we can get done. Anyway, let's try to work on this and get this. I'd love to. That's the next big one. Because if the house gets painted, man, it's so nice that would be done. All right, let's try to get to work. Okay, guys, remember we're DIY beginners. We don't know what we're doing, but we started here. And I just sprayed up here, and it was my learning curve. I started at this end because this is what you can't see from anywhere except our property. It needs a little help, and we're going to go over it again, obviously, 1 or 2 more times. Start to go down this side a little bit easier because it's closer to the ground. This is what we're using. We're learning that goes to the paint pretty fast. We used probably about a third to a quarter of that 5 gallon just on this end. But this side's going way faster, not using as much paint, and I think part of it is because there's less wall, I guess. It's not as tall, so it's looking good. Alright guys, first round. I even got up in here a little bit for Valia. We got a little bit on the post, but she said she'll clean it up. I reached to this point, which was the last of it. So you'll see that it still needs to be done again. But this was kind of a learning curve and figuring it out and doing kind of a once over. And then tomorrow will be more of a really make sure it's done when we're done with it. I think Val said I was painting the face on that side, just experimenting, but she said she walked out here and looked up and she could see paint on the roof on the shingles. So I had to stop. I don't know if I'll be able to see it from here. Oh, nice. That's a bit light, but it's not a real obvious. We'll see. The only other option we're thinking for that then is to get on the roof and lay over on our stomachs and paint from the outside with a brush, which can work if Diego does it. I don't want to do it. I don't mind doing it. I'm scared. I don't do well on heights. I'm not trying to. Anyway, so we got this side done. So yeah, tomorrow I made a mess cleaning it up. But tomorrow, hopefully, electricians are going to be here in the morning, and hopefully they won't be here too long. And I'll do again all the way around. It should be done. And then we're going to be putting some battens on the front, trim around the windows, trim around doors and things like that. So I don't know if we'll use the paint sprayer for that or not. It could go really fast if we just had all of our trim pieces out and just paint them. I don't know how I missed this, but I missed this bottom part. Not going to see it anyway, but I'll hit it tomorrow. All right, gonna clean up and put some stuff away. All right, guys, I just saw myself in the mirror taking stuff down. That's embarrassing how you guys are seeing me right now, completely covered in paint. Anyway, another thing I wanted to point out was this section right here. It took Val like not 2 full days, but on a couple of different occasions is when she was painting that and this, and it took a long time. With the learning curve of figuring this out, reading the directions, putting the thing together, playing around in the beginning, just trying to figure the thing out, which in the long run, it really wasn't that complicated. Looking back, it's not that complicated of a machine, but I was intimidated when I was starting, so I was overwhelmed. I think we started around 1. I think it might have been later than that. It's 4 now, and that includes setting up, putting things together, putting things away, cleaning it up. 3 hours to paint the entire house. And if I knew what I was doing, it would take like tomorrow. If I doesn't take a big soaking, I would say in 2 hours I'll have the whole house done. That's so much faster than rolling. Wow. Our eyes are just completely opened. Val's always rolled and brushed, and we've never used a sprayer, but we haven't done a lot of outdoors painting either, so it's usually been indoor. And granted, it takes a lot of prep, it's depending on what you got going on. So but man, when it comes to the painting part, it's so fast. All right, well, I have paint in my nose, paint in my beard, paint on my hair, paint on my face, paint on everywhere, and I just didn't realize that until I was done. So I guess I shall be cleaning up here and going home and taking a shower that hopefully gets a fair amount of this off. However, this paint is so good that it's been in Val's hair since the first day that she started painting, and she got her hair like in it or dripped on it. She still has paint in her hair. I think it's been probably close to a month. So I don't know. Luckily, I'm really going gray, so you probably won't be able to tell too much. All right, we will see you guys next time we're out here, and hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is November 9, about 11:30. It's a Saturday, the middle of the 3 days that Valentina has off. So we had to buy more paint yesterday. Nikki went and picked it up for us. We did 8 gallons yesterday on this. As we drove up, you can see that we have a lot more to do. It kind of primed it. I don't know if you can see from here, but the top portion is what I did yesterday. That was bottom portion Val did a while ago. But yeah, so it's going to take at least 1 more coat. I hope not 2, but it might take 2 more. And then Val is going to work on this thing here too today. All right, this could work. I don't even know what time it is. I have no idea. Valia, do you know what time it is? No. Oh. Anyway, we had to go over this twice, and really heavy duty too. Hey guys, I might do a separate little video on that or something. What to consider about siding and paint. I would have never guessed, but we did 8 gallons yesterday and 15 today. So almost 25 gallons of paint. Plus Val had used already 2 or 3 gallons on that front entryway. So, yes, I'm embarrassed again about how I look, but it is what it is. You now know that I did the work because I look like I wore half of it. So, it's still not perfect. These seams are very hard to get. So Valia did the bottom part. By the way, you'll see some of this. There's just nothing we could do about it. Saw it in hindsight, but in most cases, it's like near trim, so trim will just cover it. But there's going to be some places that it is what it is. Anyway, as the bottom part that she could reach, she did in those creases. But when you get higher up, it's just too hard to do for me because I am scared of heights. I don't do well on heights and on the ladder, so as far up as I could go, and then I spray and I do what I can. But probably in the long run, I might send like up above these vents. I couldn't get up there. Maybe Diego will go up there one day and nail that with just a bucket of paint or something. Or Bren, either one of them. They're fine with heights to a point. Anyway, we got all this done, and I did some touch up in here so that Valia doesn't have to do so much, but what it does is just causes her to have to paint more or sand more. But I kind of feel like at this point sanding is faster than detail painting 2 or 3 layers. So there's Valia. Hi, Valia. Hi. She got covered in paint too, but she's combining all of our paint. Anyway, so now it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and this splatters. So I'm going to take this hay and spread it all around in this area, at least along where the water will fall and splash. All right, back to work. Guys, latest we've been out here in a while. We put hay all along there. You can't see it from here, but anyway, put a bunch of hay so if it rains, it doesn't splatter. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's dark, and we're ready to get on out of here. So I'll see you guys the next time I'm out here. I might not be out here tomorrow because Valentina had 3 days off in a row, and it'd be nice for her to not have to come out here one of those days and actually feel like she's off. All right. See you guys the next time I'm out here.